like guns, I like guns, I like guns. Oh, so here we are, day 5. We're right at the end of the day, and we've had a pretty big day. We started at Siem Reap. We all got up at about 5 o'clock, and we had to get over to Paul's, the guy that's had all the motorcycles. We had to get to his place and get set up relatively early so we could take off and have a pretty big day. We all just picked our bikes and got our gear on, and then we finally took off.
So after we left Paul's this morning, went for a ride. It was pretty much sort of a cross between blacktop and just dirt roads. It was pretty simple sort of ride. We rode up to some little village and ended up having lunch at 9:30, which Paul had organised because that's what he does. And that was the last place we were ever going to get lunch, ever. So
that's what he told us anyway.
Yeah. But no, that wasn't a bad ride. It was just kind of getting everyone in the mood, and everyone no one fell off. Everyone kind of got their head around what it was like riding dirt bikes, I guess, in Asia.
Once we got down the road a little bit, one group went off in another way, and then another group went off in another. A few of us went into a river.
That might have been you and your dad, I think.
Yeah, it could have been us. And then a couple others went ahead, and part of the other group, it was up to the point where it was getting quite difficult.
Yeah, so once we got to some more difficult section, we didn't know how well we were going to go with it. So as soon as we took off, I probably got a good, 150 metres into the hard part and went straight into the jungle. Just sort of flipped over the handlebars, and it really hurt. I also went back and watched Carlson and Matt and Jared. They all came back on their bikes as we were heading back, and I'm pretty sure I saw Matt come a pretty cool grunter snapping his gonads, and he was sort of like the legendary rider until he sort of
Broke his balls.
Yeah. He snapped them, and then he just fell down on the ground, just lay next to his bike for a while, which was rather humorous.
There was some interesting riding there, like stuff that I've never done before. So with lots of little bridges and stuff like that, and river crossings and deep mud running through that. But yeah, I got through right to the front of the pack, and we waited for at least half an hour.
So after we decided to turn around, we everyone got back together, and we rode back to the village where we filled up. And then we headed off in a different direction.
Anyways, here we are here, which is one really good thing about this temple and a few of the other ones in Cambodia is there's still a few that are pretty well, I wouldn't say they're untouched, but they're still pretty remote, no tourism. Tourists come here, but they're so hard to get in. The roads we went on, you wouldn't get a car or a bus down. Well, most of the tourists would come in. And so we've come down here, which is really nice just to be able to go into these temples, check them out without anybody here whatsoever. So we'll be back here again in the morning, but just the jungles and everything around here is really good, and it's just quiet. It feels quite remote. I think the sad thing about Cambodia, although they need the money and everything for tourism, is all these places are becoming less and less remote. 3 years ago, it was even the roads seemed less used, but it's still pretty remote. This one, not compared to Angkor Wat, which had just millions of tourists there. Yeah. So there's still a few places in Cambodia that's still really hard to get to. So if you want to get there and see some temples without all the tourists, this is a way to do it. Yeah, so from here we're going to just go and check this temple out by ourselves for a while, and then we're just going to head back up to the village, and we're staying at the chief's house tonight. So I think we sat on those beds last time, no mattresses or anything.
The mats.
The mats.
Beds.
Yeah, so we're heading back up there, but they'll give us, we'll have dinner and stuff up there and eat with the
village people.
The village people, and yeah. Yeah, so we'll eat dinner up there tonight and just sleep in the place where we're staying, and then we'll get up in the morning and head back down here. So we'll see you tomorrow.